What's up guys, my name is Chris, or Tainted Catalyst, and today I'm bringing you a support video. Now I did put a video yesterday saying that I wanted to be more support oriented, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So I actually thought my first video, I've been playing this recently, support Malphite. That was kind of the surprise support champion that I was talking about in the video yesterday. And now I know some of you are going to be looking at this and going, yeah, I play support Malphite all the time. I never have done. Decided to just try him because he's got a really strong kit for stuff like that, with the right team composition, and I will get into that in a little bit. First I just want to talk about this style of video. Obviously I used to do the gameplay where it would be cut down to the interesting parts. However, for this I want to try something a little different, and that is to kind of speed up the boring parts. The reason for that is because I want to be able to talk freely like I'm doing now, so I can kind of talk about Malphite as a support champion as opposed to just doing a play-by-play analysis of what is going on in the interesting parts. Now I may sound a bit funny, that's because I am currently not well, got a bit of a head cold, man flu if you will, so I will be drinking every now and then, and I suggest you do the same. Get something nice to drink, because this is about 12 minutes long, so Malphite support. I personally love it. I've played it, I'm not really sure how many times I've played it, but I am currently at 100% win rate with him, and I just love him. I am laning with Day as Arcanine, he's his account name. He's playing Misfortune, obviously, as you can see, and we're against Kog'Maw and Thresh. Now, I said before, this is quite composition dependent, and not so much on your end, but more on their end. Like, as soon as they locked in Kog'Maw and Thresh, I was like, you know, I trust myself not to get completely caught by Thresh over and over, and I trust, as I get caught, and I trust Day not to get caught over and over by Thresh as well. And Kog'Maw is not an early game monster. He's not somebody who puts down a lot of damage early. And that's what you need when you're playing as Malphite support. You do not want them to have a lot of damage early, and you do not want them to have a lot of poke. So Malphite against a lane such as Lulu Caitlyn is not a good thing. The reason for that is because there's too much poke that you can't protect your AD carry from. So Ezreal isn't so bad, even though there's a lot of poke. Right there, just quickly I want to touch on that. That was my mistake. I went up to clear their wards, and they took advantage of the fact that I wasn't there, and they forced Day out of lane. I think he got caught by the hook, which was very unfortunate. However, he is okay, he managed to get away. And in a second, I'm going to hit level 6. Now this is Malphite's bread and butter. This is what makes him a great support in my opinion. Right here, straight away, I hit level 6, I can just ult onto him, he has to flash. So we turn on the Thresh and we're like, right, well, we'll just kill the Thresh instead. And then the Kog'Maw is like, I'm going to come back in. Now, that's great Kog'Maw, you have more health or whatever. I have E. That is really good for stopping you because your attack speed is just cut down so hard. And so we do manage to pick up a kill even though he used his flash. I do get grabbed for that and then I flash. I'm not sure why I did that because he used his grab, he wasn't going to be able to do anything else to me, and it was a waste of flash. So, like I said, Caitlyn Lulu, not a good lane because you can't protect your AD carry at all early. However, someone like Ezreal, you can block his poke. So that's not so bad, it would all kind of depend on the support. I will do a video tomorrow where I'll go into more detail about Malphite support. It won't be a guide, but I'll do more detail. Now the reason I didn't clear that ward there, you might be thinking, is because I know that they're going to take advantage of the fact that I've left. Plus, we don't need anyone's help, nobody's on the way bottom yet, and the timer was really low. So I do ult just there to try and kill them, but unfortunately we don't get them until the Zed comes down and gets a nice double kill under the tower. So that was really well done, that was perfect, that's getting the Zed fed against this Malzahar in middle. So, he's very team oriented, he needs to be able to get to 6 without holding back his AD carry. Now in a lane like this, when Kog'Maw is not an early game monster and we can kind of survive Thresh, I knew we were going to be okay. It was a good chance for me to try him out again because I've tried him out a couple times previously in similar situations, and I'm really happy that I did because he's just a fun support champion. If you play support, if you main support, now I know a lot of you guys, oh right here, I have a pink ward, you can see, I've just seen him pink mine. I'm debating, I'm like, okay no, Kha'Zix is there. I'm not going to go clear that ward. The reason for that is because if I clear that ward, Kha'Zix is going to be like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to get a gank off here. However, if I don't clear that ward, Kha'Zix is going to try and dive us. That was what I was saying today. And he does. So I just ult, I do hit 2 of them, I'm able to get my exhaust onto the Kog'Maw and Day's able to pick him up. Now Day, look, perfect. This is what Day does there is perfect. He waits until after the ignite has gone off to flash. So, if he had have flashed and that ignite was going to finish him off, then that would have been a bad play. He would have wasted his flash. Now, a lot of people do stuff like that. I'm sure you have, I know I have. You flash just kind of out of desperation, not realizing there's something on you that is going to continue to do damage to you and kill you. Now, at this point, Day is quite fed, we're quite ahead, and with Malphite support, it's very easy. Once you get your ultimate up, just use it. Like, the ultimate is on like a 2.5 minute cooldown without any cooldown reduction. Flash is on a 5 minute cooldown. That means, essentially, I can use it twice before they get flashed again. So I ult, they use their flash to get away. I can then use it 2.5 minutes later. They don't have an escape, especially someone like Kog'Maw who has no natural escape anyway. And then again, I'm able to use it by the time his flash is coming back up and waste his flash straight away again. And like you saw with the first one, we still got the kill on him. So right here, I know I can take tower hits. I know that Day's got his ultimate up, which is just perfect with Malphite's ultimate. It's beautiful. Kog'Maw does do a lot of damage with his passive. He focuses me with it though. So luckily, I'm able to get away. We don't have to burn my flash, and we try and go for this dragon. Kha'Zix is going to come in, unfortunately though, and just walk up and smite it in just a second. He'll walk back in now and smite. Just like that, very easy. But they managed to get a kill on him again, so Day is really, really fed right now. And here is one of my first big mistakes of the game. Not a big mistake, sorry, in the sense that it's going to cause us a loss, but I should not have been working towards a Chalice of Harmony. My thought process was, I can build it into a MacLeod. If Day gets caught later on, I can save him with the MacLeod. But we were so far ahead, I should have built cooldown reduction. I should have just gone straight for the locket so that we could have worked on getting the ultimate up sooner. Now right here, Day, I was saying we should disengage. Day does manage to go in and get the kill, and I'm like just trying to hold back the Thresh so that Day can get away. Unfortunately, Kha'Zix jumps in, and Day felt too committed at this point, and so he then accidentally gets himself killed. Wasn't so bad, apart from the fact that he had to give 500 gold bonus for the bounty. But it's still not that bad, you know, it's 1 kill for the Kha'Zix. It's not that big a deal. Now, I finish off my Chalice. Again, looking back at it, this was one of the first games I played as Malphite support. I shouldn't have built it. I just didn't need it. It was a pointless item. It's nice for the mana or whatever, but if I'd gone for a locket, then I would have been able to do my ults more frequently. So I would definitely say, if you're going to try out Malphite support, go for... go for the... Oh, yeah, so I'm just going to touch on this real quick. I ulted past where the Kog'Maw was. Just slightly. I think it still would have hit, even if he didn't hit the locket, the lantern, but he clicked on the lantern, and because of that, I ended up actually interrupting the fling back. So, that worked out perfectly, that was exactly what I wanted to do, but unfortunately, Day used his ultimate where he thought Kog'Maw was going to wind up, and so he didn't really hit him very much with that. So we lost out on a lot of damage. However, Day is so fed at this point, he was able to still pick up a kill on him. So, as I was saying before, try and go for cooldown reduction. Start with a locket, see if you can get your jungler to get the Aegis so you don't have to worry about it. Aegis is good on Malphite just because the armor is very good, and then Aegis itself is just an all-around great item. But if you can get cooldown reduction, maybe go for Shrelia's and Zeke's afterwards, or even something maybe like like I was so far ahead, it wouldn't have been too bad of an idea for me to have gone for a frozen gauntlet thingy. Now right there was a bad mistake by me. That was bad coordination. Day was way out of the way. He was nowhere near where he needed to be, from my perspective. But he did the right thing. It wasn't a bad play by him. I just initiated poorly. The Xin had taken too much poke. It was just bad communication that resulted in them winning that team fight. But we're still just that far ahead. And now I know this is quite a stompy game, so I do apologise for that. But I just wanted to show you this video. Oh, excuse me. To be able to just kind of show you the Malphite support that I've currently fallen in love with. Malphite's always been one of my favourite champions, and it's just great. Another thing quickly I just want to ask, what do you think of this style of video then? Because obviously I used to do the just kind of edit it down to the fun bits and the interesting bits. This is a bit different because obviously I'm able to just talk to you directly while nothing's going on. But if you don't like looking at that, then and you don't care about what I'm saying, then just let me know. I mean, don't be mean about it, that'd be nice, but... No, I was kidding. But yeah, I would, if you play support, and I know a lot of you guys do because you've just subscribed from the Reddit thread that I made, which, by the way, I already said yesterday, but thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And hopefully this is something you are enjoying, listening to me talk about Malphite support. And I would highly recommend trying out Malphite support, because it's just fun. It's just an all-around fun champion to use. And yeah, we're almost at the end of the video. We are just kind of waiting for a team fight here. We want to try and take this tower down. We probably could have really kind of switched focus and gone for the Baron, but we didn't. But the Kog'Maw really falls out of position. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know why he went so far forward. I used my ultimate. Unfortunately, didn't actually do anything to him because he jumped back somehow. And they managed to pick up the kill. We don't get down the tower because they're chasing after us. And right now I'm like, oh god, I'm trying to stand so that I can block damage. But at this point I'm like, I don't want to die. They're both healthy enough that they should be able to survive. Unfortunately, the Zed does die. And then the Vladimir comes up, he eased me, almost kills me, but I run into the bush. The reason for running into the bush is because then he couldn't Q me because he wouldn't have vision on me. E will do it regardless, but Q is a targeted thing for Vladimir. So yeah, that's how I think that's how I survived. He may have been out of range slightly, but either way, it's not a big deal. So yeah, I was thinking going for the Iceborne Gauntlet for the cooldown reduction, but they surrender. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about Malphite support, what you thought about this style of editing. Sorry if it seemed a bit strange, like I said, I'm kind of sick, so my head's not fully in it, but I'm going to put out a video tomorrow about Malphite support and just kind of going into detail for it. So, if you want to click the button on the left, you'll be able to see my opinion on Elo Hell or Division Hell, whatever it's called now. I don't think it's necessarily what you would expect it to be. I kind of enjoyed the video and hope you do too. And then on the right is one of my newer videos, itemization. Picking the right items and how if you don't, that can cost you a game. So anyway, be sure to subscribe and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.